first know you wanted to be a teacher?
It was in my junior year at HIS, and Mr. Sugino started this leadership team to make the guitar concert, and then I was in that team, and it was really just so fun to produce a concert and be really creative, and then B, kind of get the Michael high and teach them, and just interacting with younger students, because guitar used to be like high school all the way to elementary. So that really sparked my interest.
Okay. How long have you been teaching, and how does teaching at HIS compare to the other schools you have taught at, if you have?
So HIS is my only school that I have officially taught at. I took a break and I went to a幼稚園, what's it called? A kindergarten. And then I taught English, but it's very small, and cozy and cute. So yeah, HIS is basically my first official and big music teaching position.
So then, how long have you been teaching?
Oh, sorry. At HIS, this is my 8th year.
So, what year did you come to HIS? And
As a teacher?
Yeah, as a teacher.
As a teacher, I graduated 2015. I came in August 2015.
Where were you also working prior to HIS, if you weren't?
I was a college student. So right after graduating university, I got a call from the then headmaster, who was my homeroom teacher. So I was a good student, so he was like, "Hey, I know you're training to be a music teacher. Do you want to come back?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Okay, what attracted you to come work at HIS or come back?
I always loved the guitar culture, and Mr. Sugino was away at the time in Egypt, and I knew that before, a couple of years before he left as well, guitar kind of, or the concert culture kind of started to diminish a little bit, which is fine. Different schools do different things, but I loved it so much that I wanted to bring it back so that a lot more students can experience it. So that was kind of my main motivation. And also, it's a small school, and it's very community wise, it's tight, and I'm not a very people person. So big schools really kind of intimidate me, so that's the main reason.
In your personal opinion, what do you think is the importance of choosing an international school that emphasizes on music?
I think if you are somebody who is passionate or loves music, it's important to always be in a school where there's lots of music going on, or there's lots of options. And can you repeat that question again? I'm so sorry.
What do you think is the importance of choosing an international school that emphasizes a lot on the music place area?
The importance. I mean, if you want a job in music, I bet music you don't really need to survive, right? It's one of those more soul nourishing things. So technically you don't need a music program in order to be successful in life or have a successful time at an international school. But it's just nice to have that experience. It's nice to stand on stage. It's nice to be able to play instruments, dance, sing. So yeah, just for your soul, I guess.
What is your perspective on learning music skills from a young age as a music teacher?
Music is very physical. It's about space and time, as well as the more aesthetic, artistic aspects. So like building that many senses of coordination, not just through dance movements, but also like the space in between sounds, とか the space in between the height of notes. The earlier you start, the better instincts you build, and the faster you can learn music, the easier things come to you. And because things are easier and you hear things better, you appreciate it more. So starting from a young age is great. It's really important, especially if you want your child to kind of have a musical life, I guess. Yeah.
In your terms, what is like your teaching style? Like the way you teach your students compared to like others?
For communication?
Do I really? Am I good?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm so glad. I'm really not. I really like avoid my students' eyes because I'm actually terrified of looking at people's faces. So, I mean, my teaching style is fake it till you make it, basically. I am terrified on the inside. I'm always like so nervous to teach. And I'm always like, my biggest fear has been like students being like, I'm done, and walking out of my classroom. So, yeah, I try to make it fun and meaningful, but I do know that I'm a little bit like mean sometimes, and if students aren't doing good, I'm like, so you think you're good enough for that? Like that. But,
This is the last question.
Okay.
If you had the opportunity to teach a different subject, what would it be?
Ooh,
Other
what a
than music.
great. Biology.
Is there any reason to that? Or?
I mean, I love voice science, which not many like choir teachers actually teach, but I like found that in college, and I was like, so many things make so much sense to me. And even in school, like Mr. P was my biology teacher. And it was just so fun, like learning about, like cells and organisms, and yeah, how things are alive and how things are working in order to keep them alive. So probably not AP bio, that's like, but the general bio and general physics, so science. Yeah. Thank you.
Well,